Hello, I'm Tracy Tomer, the president of the Norwood Chamber of Commerce, and I would like to welcome all of you to our 118th annual Norwood Day Parade. The Norwood Chamber of Commerce is thrilled to present this year's parade to the community and celebrate our 53rd year in existence. We would also like to thank all of our diamond, platinum, gold, and silver sponsors who have contributed much time and money, and without them, this tradition would just become a memory. In addition to organizing the parade, the Chamber will be presenting trophies and cash prizes to various floats. So cheer for your favorite float. And now, I would like to present the Norwood Chamber of Commerce's 118th annual parade. Please enjoy yourselves and come back next year.
Good evening. Welcome to the 118th Norwood Day Parade. My name's Donna Lake, and I am so happy to be joined again this year with Amanda Orlando. She was one of my favorite radio personalities of all time.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Norwood, Amanda.
It is good to be here. I can't believe it's already been a year since we were here last. And the weather, I think, is going to hold for us once again.
There has never been a Norwood Day Parade that's been rained out, and I think we're going to go ahead and hold true to that tonight.
Shall we talk about our judges for this year?
I think we should talk about our judges.
Okay. I do, for just a moment, I do have Tyler whispering sweet nothings to me in my head. Tyler, of course, is our director this year. Hello, Tyler. Our judges this year, would you like to start, Donna?
Sure. We have 4 judges. The first is Becky Cotty. I know Becky's mom, so I'm real pleased that Becky's on the stage here.
Name dropper.
I am. She's the property manager for Mar Mills Apartments here in the city. She spent most of her adult life living here and raising her children here. She manages 124 apartments throughout Norwood.
Wow.
Shore. And the largest being on Mills Avenue.
Jeff Jones has been with John Nolan Auto Service for 25 years. He's our next judge and is now the co-owner. Hello, Jeff. Jeff has been married for 26 years to Barbara, and they have 2 children, ages 15 and 18, a girl and a boy. John Nolan Auto Service hours are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday, 8 to 3.
And our next judge is Debbie Peter. Debbie's been a longtime resident of Norwood. She and her husband live on Indian Mound Avenue, and she's been in banking for over 30 years. Debbie's worked, she started out working many years at Fidelity Federal Savings Bank, which was located down the street here. She currently works for Foundation Bank, which is right across the street from us, and they have a branch here on Montgomery Road. Welcome, Debbie.
And finally, Denny Peter is a mortgage loan officer at Cincinnati Savings and Loan, who are new members of the Norwood Chamber of Commerce. Denny has been a lifelong resident of Norwood for over 50 years. You don't look like you're old enough to be on this earth for 50 years. He began his career in the baking industry in 1974 at Fidelity Federal Savings. That was located next to our family restaurant known as Peter's Cafeteria.
And Peter's Cafeteria was a very famous restaurant down the street on Montgomery Road. Everybody used to go there for breakfast. Just had wonderful, wonderful home-cooked meals. So.
Do I make the same joke every year, Donna? I think I hear your ride coming.
Yeah, earlier this evening when I was inside, a couple of the police officers came in to talk to me about their food, and I was like, I promise I didn't do anything wrong. I parked in the right space. I really tried to do everything right again this year. So.
I have a little story. I did get pulled over a couple of months ago on my way to an event, and I was lost, and I did not realize how fast I was going. And I had my daughter and my niece in the back seat. And I get pulled over, and my daughter yells in the back seat, "You got pulled over again?" Like, I'd never been pulled over before, at least not while she's been alive.
And I'm sure they were very helpful to find your way, right?
Yes, they actually were extremely helpful in letting me know where I was going. It let me off with a warning.
That's very good. As always, the parade is led off by the Victory Park veterans, the American Legion Post 123 and the Color Guard. They usually have some motorcycles with them, Rolling Thunder. As always, the police crews are leading the way to make sure no one's in the way. For all the fabulous floats and people that are going to come down the road.
It's a good idea because you always see some people who think they can make that last crossing.
Exactly.
We don't want to be in the news for any other reason than to celebrate Norwood Day and our parade that we have every year.
The Victory Park veterans had a really nice ceremony on Memorial Day. Quite well attended. Jerry Owens looks like he's back on the float, the Victory Park Veterans float.
A wonderful way to kick off the parade.
I'd like to talk about the Norwood Police that are in front of Jerry Owens. The honor guard this evening, Chuck Bell, one of our Norwood police officers, is carrying the American flag, and I was told that Josh's son is in the United States Air Force and he's serving overseas. Oh, wow. And so the honor guard tonight is dedicating their walk in the Norwood Day Parade to Josh Bell and all of those who are serving overseas. So I just wanted to recognize Chuck Bell and the sacrifices that he and his family, and particularly their son Josh, is making.
What you're seeing right now is a 1945 Jeep, fully restored for World War II, driven by Tom Humphreys, former Marine from 1951 to 1954. He served in Korea.
Some more of the Rolling Thunder and other military vehicles.
This is the Emerald Society of Cincinnati Police and Fire, Pipes and Drums. They're a nonprofit organization made up of local police and firefighters in the greater Cincinnati area. And their main purpose is to honor the fallen by paying a tribute to the police, fire, and military personnel killed in the line of duty. Hopefully we'll get to hear them a little bit louder as they get closer.
Yeah. You know, I think we say this every year too, but the Norwood Day Parade was originally started by Mayor Aaron McNeil in honor of celebrating the fact that Norwood had its own water system. Don't have those wells anymore because of all the EPA regulations, but always have a good reason to celebrate Norwood and living in Norwood by having a parade.
So true, so true. We see the Norwood Citizens on Patrol coming up.
And I think right in front of them there's a special ops vehicle, like one of those SWAT teams or special operations vehicles. Those are usually communities will go together, or the counties will go together and share those vehicles. I know a couple of those are housed here in Norwood.
And these are the vehicles all little boys really love to see when they come out to the parade.
And the ones you don't want to see in front of your house.
That's true.
For sure.
So true, Donna. You're always so wise.
Go ahead.
And here are the Norwood Citizens on Patrol. They're an all-volunteer group of trained Norwood residents. The COP program does walking patrols of Norwood. The COP graffiti removal team has removed over 2,000 graffiti tags from Norwood property in the past 2 years. Norwood residents can join the COP by contacting Lieutenant Williams at 458-4545. That's 458-4545. The COP program is on the second Monday of the month at the Norwood Police Substation Community Center at 7 p.m.
Lieutenant Williams does such a great job with that COP program. He's so responsive and really supports them. I think that they're going to be police night out on August the 3rd down at the community center. So invite everybody to come out. I'm sure there'll be more information as that event gets closer.
It's the Norwood Fire Department. You can hear them before you see them. I think I've had every one of these vehicles at my house on Glenny Avenue.
I heard you love to bake cookies and they got a little burnt.
Yes. Not the ones I brought them, though.
It's been quite a turnover in the police department this year. There's been a lot of retirements, so different folks have moved up, been promoted, and but still the same great service. It's a 2009 Seagrave Pumper. The ambulance is a 2006 International Important Ambulance.
And here we are honing in on our Grand Marshals, Vicki and Andrew Clark. They published the Norwood Star, Norwood's community newspaper. They have celebrated their first anniversary earlier this year. I am so glad there's finally a Norwood paper.
And it is wonderful. There's so much news. They do so much about the schools, special interest stories. It's just a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to have a paper again in town. Looks like Andrew, her son, is walking. And
doesn't have his
passing out
license yet,
candy.
huh?
No, I'm sure he does.
Oh, is that candy?
It is.
Hold on, I'll be right back. They also have a website you can check out, www.norwoodstar.com, where you can check out the stories and view photos. Probably something here from the parade this evening, I would imagine.
I would imagine. And we'd like to recognize our platinum sponsor again this year, Al Nyer Inc. We appreciate their continued support. They're a century-old company with new vision for real estate development, and they're the ones who developed Linden Point. That's a green development, interestingly, on a brown field, and they took that and made it a LEED certified development.
Wow.
Very exciting, very exciting. Next we have Mayor Williams and his lovely wife, Marianne.
I think happy tonight. It's a gorgeous evening.
Mayor Williams is in his second term.
No wonder he's happy.
He's happy because he's next to his wife, Marianne. She's lovely. She's
course.
a lovely lady.
Yes. He's happy because he got a Tootsie Roll from Al Nyer.
Next we have Tracy Tomer, who's the chamber president. She's in her second term as well as president of the chamber. She's a realtor with RE/MAX. She's being driven by Bob Zumbiel from the CW Zumbiel Company, who is also a past president of the chamber. And CW Zumbiel is a diamond sponsor. They are a manufacturer of folding cartons and beverage carriers, and they've been a long-time Norwood Chamber member and supporter.
And here we have the Norwood Women's Club, Generations of Caring.
This is the group that I belong to, and I'm really, really proud of this group. They're sponsoring Norwood Day at Coney tomorrow, so we'd like to invite everybody to come out. The two girls that you see on the screen right now, Becky Burnett and Kristen Jackson, they are the recipients of our scholarships this year. Both of the girls are going to Northern Kentucky University, and we're just really proud to sponsor them in the parade. Very, very smart girls, and we're just happy that they could be with us in the parade.
Last year you were marching with them, and we missed you up here.
I was last year. Come out to Norwood Day tomorrow. I think $17 gets you in, free parking. You get to swim. You get all of the soda you can drink. Bingo, combination raffle. We have all kinds of activities going on. Horseshoes, cornhole.
I think Big Boy is going to join us.
I think Big Boy would
He's
love
excited
to join us.
Fish's Big Boy, serving Norwood residents for over 50 years. Stop by Fish's today for your favorite things, such as a hot fudge cake or strawberry sundae.
Yum. School Outfitters, another gold sponsor located on Regent Avenue. They're a business-to-business seller of school furniture and related equipment.
The kids are saying, no, don't talk about school yet.
They have just unbelievable amount of equipment. It's if you haven't been down there, you should stop by sometime. It's amazing.
And you're listening now to the Norwood High School Marching Band. They're coming off of their most successful year ever. The band competed in numerous competitions for marching and concert band, earning the highest scores in Norwood's long and rich history. The band will also be hosting MSBA finals at Shea Stadium again. We'll be attending the National Memorial Day Parade in Washington, D.C. For donations, please contact Treasurer Shirley Walker at 404-6284. How proud would we be to have them represent
They've been
us in
fundraising
the
for a
capital.
long time to go there. Followed by the Norwood City Schools. See some board members and some principals
Enjoying their summer.
enjoying their summer. It won't be long before they'll be back in school.
3,000 students from pre-kindergarten through 12th grade.
And their slogan is from good to great, and they really are trying to go from good to great. Welcome, board members. Looks like there's folks from all of the schools.
That's Mr. Gabbard. How are you?
There's Mr. Amodio, Superintendent Rob Amodio. Not paying any attention. Assistant Superintendent.
Yeah, it's really nice to see everybody, like all ages, out here this evening. It's the Norwood Little Indians football and cheerleading.
It looks like looks like the Norwood big football team coming up.
Now you tell them at the end of the line.
I love the dogs in the parade. Did you get a shot of that dog wearing the t-shirt? Maybe I might come back to him. How adorable.
Peace Builders, coming soon to Norwood Middle School, is in the car. Program to stop bullying and bring peace among all the students. Norwood football team. They had a pretty successful season last year. Looks like they have a good crowd coming out again for football this year. They're about ready to start two-a-days, I think. Two-a-day practices. Norwood soccer. Soccer's really taken off in the United States after the World Cup this year. I would imagine that will probably spike.
You know, the entire world has really been into the World Cup and soccer, except for the United States, it seems. Although, there's always been soccer going up as kids, but for some reason, it just seemed like this year, it was just a very contagious fever for soccer.
Norwood City Schools after-school program. In several of the schools, the middle school and a couple of the elementary schools, a nice place for kids to go and hang out after school instead of being home by themselves. Williams, Sharpsburg, and View, and the middle school. So they're at every school.
And that
every
was
elementary
great
school.
reading, Donna. You're an outstanding example.
And now we have the Little Indians football team.
Oh, and aren't they adorable? Look at their little pom-poms.
I think the success of the football program in the last few years has really had a lot to do with the institution of the Little Indians several years ago. So the
The little kids always want to be like the big kids, especially when they see how successful they become, and it's nice to see them get attention for really, doing some
Something
good
positive.
sportsman-like stuff.
And there's cheerleaders. They have Little Indian cheerleaders and then Little Indian football teams. There's quite a few youngsters.
Oh, I love the teepee. What a great job they did on that.
That is very nice. Oh, and the Little Indian on the float as well.
The little Indian on the float's getting coaching from his mom.
Quite a number of them. Welcome.
On a peanut sale, we wanted to advertise in the paper.
And everyone looks forward to the candy.
I wish they had a longer arm to throw them.
Just want to make sure that spectators are safe, that they're not running out in front of vehicles.
Gotcha.
So there's a lot of different activities that can go on in Norwood through the summer. The Norwood Recreation has lots of programs. Of course, the swimming pool's been open, and I'm sure it's been quite busy this year. With
I think I drove by the other day. It was pretty full.
Yeah, there are some summers when it's been wet and cold, and not this year. I'm sure that they're quite busy this year.
They offer self-defense classes too, which is something I didn't realize. Of course, exercise classes, a competitive swim team, the Barracudas, of course. So
and
a lot of great stuff.
At the health department, we one year started a senior exercise program that the recreation then adapted and made their own, and so that's ongoing. Senior exercises not only in the pool, but with TheraBands for conditioning and stretching, and that all takes place at Norwood Recreation. Oh, it looks like there will be a summer splash. I think it's this Thursday from 12 to 8. Live music, swimming, and I believe that it is free. You just show up down at Waterworks Park on Thursday between 12 and 8.
And if you want to double check, you can call them at 531-9798 if you didn't catch all the details.
And we'd like to recognize Jeffrey Anderson Real Estate as another diamond sponsor. Anderson Real Estate is located in the Rookwood Tower, and they are a real estate development company specializing in retail shopping developments. And we all know and love and shop there, don't we, Amanda?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And I think we just had a shot of them. Here comes John Nolan Auto Service right behind our diamond sponsor. Maurice Jackson is co-owner of John Nolan Auto Service, driving a 1973 Ford Mustang convertible. Wow.
Nice. Followed by Norwood Knothole. Coaches Don Luck, Matt Reno, Tom Fry, and Michael Dull. They're District 29 Memorial Tournament champs, and they went to District 4 Major Knothole champs. So sounds like a very successful season. I remember many of those nights being sitting down on those fields with the mosquitoes biting and the kids playing knothole, but it was such a fun time.
I can't wait for my son to be old enough to do all that stuff.
It'll happen quicker than you can imagine.
I know. No matter how much you hear that, it's still unbelievable when it actually happens.
It is. Next, we have Norwood Community Television. They're the folks that are bringing you this broadcast both live this evening, and it'll be rebroadcast several times, I'm sure. Community Access Television Station has 4 channels, including the Government Channel 4, where you can watch council meetings, the Educational Channel, Channel 8, Public Access, Channel 23, and the Community Bulletin Board, Channel 24. And they're always looking for and welcoming volunteers. You can contact them at 396-7509, and you can produce your own TV show if you'd like.
What a great time to pursue a dream in these economic times where people are in and out of work, mostly out. Put that time to good use and learn a new skill.
Absolutely. Next is St. Cecilia Cub Scout Pack, celebrating 100 years of scouting. They say, come join the Cub Scouts for some fun and adventure. And it is fun to be a Cub Scout. Welcome, St. Cecilia.
And of course, right behind them are the Girl Scouts of Western Ohio, the Norwood Service Unit. They're very active in the community. Projects this year include the community garden, adopt a park, canned food drive, and cooking items for the homeless. They've been growing girls to be caring, confident women who make the world a better place. To join, you can call Jennifer at 513-850-4543. My daughter's a member of the Girl Scouts, and I must say it is a very, very good program to get your daughter into.
Very nice. Gold sponsor, Jerry Hoffman Company, a general contractor specializing in restoring home and businesses, especially after fire, water, or storm damage. Their office is located on the corner building next to the post office. Thank you, Jerry Hoffman Company, gold sponsor. They're followed by the R.E. Lindner YMCA, offering summer camps and karate classes. Thanks to the Y for providing all of our banner carriers tonight. That's important.
And the Norwood Presbyterian Church is right here, celebrating their 123rd anniversary. They help the community through their Baby Bear Ministry and co-hosting the back-to-school baskets every August. Or bash, rather, I'm sorry.
I think that back-to-school bash is the first Saturday in August, so maybe August the 7th?
My calendar is filling up, Donna.
The Lady Indians fast pitch softball team. They were the Southwest Ohio Girls Fast Pitch Softball Association champions with a record of 13-1.
They should be throwing some candy.
And the Norwood Highlanders, the vintage baseball club, this is really cool. They play baseball as it was played in the 1860s. They play by those rules. And interestingly, they did not wear gloves back then in the 1860s. A very gentlemanly style of playing.
I hope no one's taking any enhancement drugs. Without a glove, that would hurt. Not that they would, because they didn't have that back then.
Our diamond sponsor, MedPace Clinical Pharmacology, located at 4685 Forest Avenue. They provide clinical trial research for the development of new medications. Always important.
This looks like Pack 9. Uh-oh. It's a
Holy Trinity
dramatic
Pack 99 Cub Scouts. That's a lot to put on your back.
Oh,
they're from Holy Trinity Cub Scout. Their master is Larry Fanning. If you'd like to join,
not to influence the judges, Donna, but I think that was my favorite float that just went by. That was priceless.
Contact Larry at 731-4199. I wonder how many pounds he had on his back. My understanding is that their trailer was stolen a couple years ago, and they recently have replaced it with this trailer. So,
good for them.
Glad that they could. They have something to store their goods in again.
Here's Holy Trinity reminding you of the festival this weekend.
It's always a week-long event. Tuesday being the parade, Wednesday Norwood Day, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is the Holy Trinity Parade. There's bands every night. I think Friday night is Red Idol, Saturday the Remains, and then Sunday Ooh La La and the Greasers. Brian Mumper's been working really, really hard to put the festival together. Kim Teppe's been helping him out. And of course, our theme this year is Norwood the Shining Star. And it looks like they have a shining star for the festival.
They always have one of the best floats of the parade every year. They really go all out.
I see Debbie Newton waving. I know they were putting that together over the last few nights. And somebody lost their balloons. It's always the festival's always a fun time.
Did we get a shot of this beautiful shining star? Very nice job. There it is. That had to be a group effort.
I can't imagine how long it takes to put all of those little pieces of plastic together to make those stars.
You don't see a lot of floats these days that do that old-fashioned, put it in the chicken wire.
Exactly. I'm sure that's what they did.
Nice job.
Kim Teppe coordinated that activity. Kim, you did a great job. There's Jane. Dan Romanello. I see so many people. Dan in his little scooter.
And another thank you to our silver sponsor, Xavier University, which was founded in 1831. Xavier is a private co-educational university providing liberal arts education in the Catholic Jesuit tradition. And Voorhees and Ryan Funeral Home, located at 5501 Montgomery Road.
I don't know if you've been by Xavier lately, but that Father Huff quad is amazing. Next is Public Works. They maintain over 50 miles of city streets. And Ed Bowman is driving the street sweeper tonight. Welcome, Ed. And Steve Bosch, maybe. Looks like he's driving the dump truck.
Yeah, I believe it.
They just do a fabulous job of keeping the streets clean and doing whatever needs to be done. These guys put up the reviewing stand. After the parade's over, they'll be cleaning up. They just work very hard for the parade.
And that's why Donna is here every year. She knows every single citizen in Norwood. If she doesn't know you, you don't live here.
And I'd like to recognize the Caleb Tate Fuller Foundation. They have a walk each spring to raise money. It was established to fulfill a little boy's dream who died of cancer. He battled cancer, and he said he just didn't want to be forgotten. And so every spring for the last couple of years, there's a walk where they raise money to donate to the next organization, the Cornerstone Christian Academy. They sponsor, offers an alternative, innovative education with a strong emphasis on creative thinking, maintaining a Christian value. They have preschool through grades 12, and they sponsor other organizations. They donate to other charities, but Caleb Tate Fuller just did not want to be forgotten, and he will not be forgotten, thanks to the efforts of that organization. So
yeah, and everyone who loved him. I think everyone feels the same way. That's such a tragic thing to have happened, and you have to make the best of it afterwards, and God bless his family and his friends.
Dr. Joyce McDowell is his grandmother, and she kind of coordinates the event. What a spectacular float. What a spectacular float that is.
It really is amazing. I don't know if you can see all the shining stars growing out of the ground with the flowers.
Next we have Driehaus for Congress. Congressman Driehaus is proud to represent Norwood. He is honored to serve you, and he believes that it's important to fight for Cincinnati and constituents like us in Norwood. It's been a little rough going up in Congress lately, up in Washington, D.C. The economy's not been so good, and it's just a rough time now for folks. But welcome, Congressman Driehaus.
And I believe that's State Representative Alicia Reese coming up behind him. Alicia and I actually worked at the same radio station years and years and years ago.
You must have been children.
We were little babies at WCIN AM, and back then her favorite thing to do was go roller skating. I bet she still does. She loves roller skating.
And she represents the 33rd House District, which includes Norwood.
I have to say, she has always been a go-getter.
Followed by State Senator Steve Kearney. I do know Steve Kearney. When I was at the health department, I used to call him whenever there was any issues about that was health related, and I must tell you that Senator Kearney was very, very supportive of any health issue. Exercise in schools, getting vending machines out of the schools, the junk food out of vending machines in schools. He has always been very, very supportive of any health issues that have come along. So welcome, Senator Kearney. And we have Steve Carvel for County Commissioner. He's quite known for his hat and his style there.
He's a pop culture icon here in Cincinnati.
He is. He is.
Isn't he on a mural painted someplace downtown?
He is downtown.
Yes.
We'd like to recognize our silver sponsors, Cincinnati Saving and Loan, a full-service community bank located at 3300 Harrison Avenue, and Perry Contracting, general construction for office, retail, religious, medical, restaurants, and industrial.
And we just got a look at the Norwood Historical Society, which was started in 1978. It meets at the McCullough House in Linder Park at 2 p.m. on the second Saturday of each month. The archive room at the community center is open after 7 on the first Monday of each month, and the public is invited to see the archives for research. If you're living in an older home. I think ours was about 100 years old, and you're curious about what it may have looked like in the past. What a great place to go check it out.
It is. They have really exciting things down there. Trinity Pentecostal Church, another great float. They celebrate all of the shining stars, making Norwood a great place to live, work, and worship, including outstanding schools, vibrant businesses, quality parks and recreation, and hometown heroes in police, fire, and emergency medical services. Wonderful friends, families, and neighbors. They say Norwood's got it all, and Trinity is proud to be part of this shining star community since 1971. Followed by Ted Kaiser, our current law director. Ted works in the prosecutor's office and just recently bought a home over behind Surrey Square, and so he's dealing with all of the lovely things that come along with home ownership. Cutting
You're not
grass.
stalking him,
No. Ted's office is located in City Hall. He has an assistant law director, but in fact, his assistant law director is driving the car behind him.
See, I told you, if Donna doesn't know you, you don't live here.
Actually, Chris Brown, I didn't recognize. Didn't mention him, so sorry, Chris. We got you in.
Wow. This is the New Haven Missionary Baptist Church. Well, it's not the church, but it could be because it's enormous.
They're located at 2417 Indian Mound. Their pastor is Mike Raines. That is one big truck.
Looks like they're carrying on our Shining Star theme. This looks like the apostles.
Peter, Mark, Lazarus, Solomon, Joseph, Samuel, Matthew, Moses, Timothy, Daniel, Nehemiah, Jeremiah, Joshua, and David.
Is they're all wearing CIA here?
The CIA.
Is someone in trouble? Oh, it's Christians in Action.
Welcome, New Haven Baptist. Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
That's red licorice, by the way, Donna, just in case you were wondering. And our gold sponsor, La Rosa's, located at 472 Montgomery Road. We all know where that is, for providing pizzas. Thank you so much for our distinguished guests and judges at the reviewing stand.
347-1111. We have elect Tracy Hunter for Hamilton County Juvenile Court Judge on November 2nd, 2010. I think Tracy's going over and talking to folks individually.
The personal touch.
I wish I had her energy.
I know. How many miles is the parade? Do we know that?
Oh, probably about a mile from start to finish, but
She has a
quite
lot of
active.
energy.
She does have a lot of energy.
She is so pretty. She deserves like her own TV show.
Next, we have the Salvation Army Emergency Disaster Services. They respond to major fires, floods, and different things like that. They're there for the people and first responders. They're ready 24/7, 365 days a year, and I have seen them in action.
And here's Steve Shabbat running for Ohio's 1st District congressional seat. Those are big words for me.
Steve had been in Congress before, and now is running again. And they're handing out the famous Shabbat cups.
He's a mess. I know. No, you don't want
Get
to.
your cup of Shabbat.
There are.
You don't want to.
That's pretty much a tradition of his each time he runs.
Do you know how that started?
I don't, but it's.
It sounded like I did for a second, didn't it? Like I was going to tell you the story, but
I thought maybe you did.
I don't have the story.
Next is Jim Stith for State Rep. Jim is our current auditor. He is running for the 33rd House District, and he's joined by Chris Monzel, current Cincinnati City Councilman who is running for County Commissioner. He wanted to come out and support Jim tonight. Jim practices emergency medicine as a physician assistant at Mercy Fairfield Hospital. He was a Marine, a Cub Scout master, Knights
Bye,
of Columbus and a member of the Norwood Moose Lodge. And I have to say hello to my husband, who's out walking tonight.
Oh, which one is he?
He took care of the house while I came down to get ready. While I came down to get ready for the parade tonight. So thanks for taking care of the house.
Can I say
Appreciate
he's
it.
got nice legs? She knows it. Donna knows that, but I just got to peek. This is Norwood Winton Carthage Lodge, number 576.
I got this and the water.
They meet at the Norwood Masonic Temple, located.
On Hopkins Avenue.
Hey, thank you. I told Donna that I'll give her a sign if I can't read a word. Freemasonry is the oldest, largest, and most widely recognized fraternal organization in the world. Today, there are more than 2 million Freemans in North America, 108,000 of which are Ohio Freemasons. Masonic related groups in the United States contribute over $2 million a day to charity.
Per day. $2 million per day.
What a wonderful asset.
And we'd like to recognize our diamond sponsor, ProGraphics Printing, located at 4404 Forest Avenue. They're a full-service printer offering high-speed digital copies, offset printing, graphic design, and bulk mail service. And I must tell you, they did the printing for my daughter's wedding program, so I can attest to the fact that they do good work. Next is John Mumper, Fourth Ward Councilman. I sit next to John on council, and he's got a lot of his family members here tonight. John and Kathy, family and friends. They have a son, Brian, and who's married to Amy, and they have Katie, Jack, and Chad. Son Jeff is married to Kim, and they have Julia, Jacob, and Justia. Scott and Joy, Samantha, James, and Lizzie. Joe and Missy Mumper have JT and Grace. Kristen Mumper with Katie and Timmy Retgers and friends. That's Tim Maloney, our city treasurer. Tim is in his 13th year as city treasurer.
Now, I know nothing about cars, but I know that's a nice one. My husband's going to ask me later, what was it? I'm going to say it's dark blue.
I don't know.
That is nice.
It's a nice car, though.
Uh-oh.
Very nice car. Followed by Joe Sanker, Norwood Councilman at Large.
Come on.
He's been serving on City Council since 2000. With him is his wife Jeannie, who is the sweetest person that you'd ever want to meet. The smile is absolutely genuine. They have their children, Maria, Kevin, and Keith, and many friends and neighbors with them.
And right behind them comes the Norwood Democratic Club. Looks like it already has a few ribbons on it.
It does have a few ribbons on it. Followed by the Hamilton County Sheriffs. While Norwood has their own police department, the Hamilton County Sheriffs do patrol in several areas on the expressway. Then they provide backup whenever Norwood needs it. So welcome, Hamilton County Sheriffs.
And the big cheers for Angelo's Pizza.
Ray Weber and his family have been doing this for years. Ray is the nicest man, and there's his son now. They are just the nicest family, and they want to thank Norwood for supporting them over the years.
My husband loves their steak hoagies.
Recognize our silver sponsors, Syntel Financial, located at 4600 Montgomery Road, a full-service financial institution. Ferguson Moving and Storage, local as well as long-distance moving and packaging and storage. And Foundation Bank, a full-service bank with 4 branches to serve you downtown, Norwood, Hyde Park, and North Cincinnati. Foundation Bank, I think, got past us.
I saw you.
They use a traditional approach to customer service where the customer always comes first, and they have 4 branches to serve you.
And I think we're looking at Syntel Financial right now, located at 4600 Montgomery Road. It's a full-service financial institution. At Syntel, you are more than a customer, you are an owner. Syntel Financial, proud of our past, commitment to your future.
Followed by Cameron Avenue Church of God, located at 2156 Cameron Avenue, where it says big enough to serve and small enough to care. The theme for this year's float is God holds Norwood, the shining star, in the palm of his hand. God loves Norwood, and so do we.
And I think they're playing Lady Gaga. No, that can't be them.
Pastor Larry and his wife Carolyn Atwood welcome you to a church with a heart and a smile and Christ's concern for people. Sunday morning worship begins at 10:30, and Wednesday evening Bible study begins at 7:30 for all ages.
It's a nice float. Very nicely
nice
done.
Float. There's Pastor Larry Atwood in the car. He and his wife have been very involved in the community. Carolyn was a member of the school board for a number of years, and they continue their service to the Norwood community by serving at the church.
And a big thank you to our gold sponsor, Matlock Electric, located at 2780 Highland Avenue. They're a distributor of electric motors. Matlock is a 90-year-old family-owned business. And as always, we're so proud to hear that.
Absolutely. And I think the Lady Gaga is being played by the Strutters Baton Corps. The Strutters are sponsored by the American Legion Post 744. The girls range in age from 3 to 16. They're coached by Crystal Evans and Roseanne Forbes. They are the Ohio State champion and regional champions. They took 13 first place awards at the Ohio State Fair.
And you could start off fairly young with the baton twirling. They got highly offended with one of my former co-hosts, Bill White, said that baton twirling was not a sport.
I remember that. In fact, I called him the next day and we discussed that on the radio.
That's right. He rued the day.
Oh, now here's the Strutters minis. These must be the little 3-year-olds.
Precious.
It's a long way for those little gals to walk.
My husband would like to drive around with those speakers on his car all the time.
It sounds like some people do sometimes.
Yeah, I know, you can hear them coming.
Ah, a little boy in the back seat with his booster seat. Good job.
Come on down and break it down. Get your groove on, girl. You hope you never need them, but you're so glad they're here. It's quality towing. They've got 4 trucks serving the greater Cincinnati area with, 40 trucks. 40. There's at least 4 trucks here tonight. Either they're 40, specializing in tractor trailer towing and recovery and equipment hauling. So when you're stuck in traffic because of an accident, you're waiting on especially like a tractor trailer rollover, you're waiting on these guys to come clear it away.
Wow, those are big ones.
Is this called toe to toe?
Oh, good one, good one. Where's cheek to cheek? Need to find them. No rain again tonight. Never rains on the Norwood Day Parade. It hasn't ever been rained out, so.
Donna always talks smack about the weather before the parade starts,
That's
but
right.
Thank goodness, knock on wood, she's always been right.
Our record's intact. I don't have such a good track record. Last year, I'm president of Norwood Business and Professional Women, and for the first time ever last year, Norwood Day was rained out. It just was cold and rainy, and it was miserable.
Oh, that's not, it won't happen tomorrow.
Won't happen
It's
again.
tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow. Next is Voiture 29. You'll recognize this. It's very loud. It all began when a couple million Americans got back from France after round 1 with the Krauts. It was one thing all could remember and laugh about, and that was the French Railroad and its funny boxcar being shipped around France with horses getting priority. So based on this memory, the French boxcar, with its marking 40 men and 8 horses, became a symbol of the good-natured comradeship of all American veterans. Welcome.
Woo. And everybody jumps. And a big thank you to our diamond sponsor, UDF. They're the producer of United Dairy Farmers milk, dairy, and ice cream products and homemade brand ice cream, which we love. They operate over 200 dairy convenience stores. UDF is owned and operated by the Robert D. Lindner family.
And I think Mr. Lindner is here on the review stand with us tonight. Welcome. And that's the UDF cow.
Holy cow, it's huge. Oh, you're tired of my bad jokes, I know, Donna. There's only 30 more floats for you to sit through, but not 30 more ice cream floats.
Oh, that's good because it makes me hungry. I love their cherry cordial. Absolutely love it. Yeah, they're headquartered here in Norwood, right down the street up Montgomery Road, since 1939, making their world-famous UDF ice cream and homemade brands. They have their big modern trucks, and then their older trucks, the Little Dipper.
I love it. It's so nostalgic.
It says it's not just premium, it's premium plus.
Where's your mama?
And here's Eagle Towing Service, eager to help the UDF float in case they have some sort of breakdown. Eagle Towing Service is owned and operated by Ralph and Marcy Johnson, and they work together side by side. That's so sweet. They have over 30 years experience. They offer local and long distance towing, jump starts, and lockouts. They are the best according to their customers.
Oh, looks like we have some cows handing out some candy. Thank goodness it's cooled off a little bit tonight. That would have been a really hot costume to wear.
And no cow tipping, people. It's impolite.
Next is VITAS, Innovative Hospice Care. It's a program that cares for terminally ill patients and their families. They provide care in the patient's home, in their home care setting, and VITAS is one of the largest providers of hospice care.
And I have to say, if you are unfortunate to ever need their services, they do such an amazing job. They're like angels on earth, and they take care of the whole family, not just the patient.
They do. It takes a special person to do that kind of work.
And the puppy dogs are always a big favorite with the kids.
Absolutely.
Looks like that one's a little warm.
Our family has unfortunately had to use a hospice service, but it's just so different. It just makes the whole experience wonderful when you have people who are caring and taking care of, like as you say, the whole family. Next we have John Seavey, Megan Shanahan, and Sylvia Hendon. These are all judicial candidates. John is running for domestic relations courts, one of those divorce courts. That's a nice way to say a divorce court. Megan Shanahan is running for common pleas court. My understanding is Megan is a relative of Bill Cosgrove, who lives here in Norwood.
Oh.
And Judge Sylvia Seavey Hendon is running for re-election to the Court of Appeals. I see Judge Hendon actually in the truck.
Looks like they're enjoying themselves tonight.
As is John Seavey. Megan was in front of them, but we do have Judge Sylvia Seavey Hendon and John Seavey.
And here are the Visiting Nurse Association float. They provide nursing, therapy, and personal care assistance in the home to promote health and independence. The Visiting Nurse Association has served our community for over 100 years and is the only independent nonprofit home health agency in Cincinnati.
And that's so helpful to sometimes keep older folks in their home, because they really do want to be in their home as long as they can. Thanks to our gold sponsor, Center City Collision, located at 4300 Montgomery Road. They're a full-service collision center, from minor dings and dents to frames, to paint, and custom work. Unfortunately, I had to use their service once as well.
Uh-oh. Not your fault, I'm sure.
Had backed up into somebody with my husband's car, of course. He was not very happy. Next is Jon Husted. Jon is a Republican candidate for Ohio Secretary of State. He congratulates Norwood on her rebirth and becoming the shining star of Hamilton County. I believe
Well, thank you, Keith.
Jon is,
Or John, rather.
I think Jon is currently the Speaker of the House, but is running for Secretary of State.
Wow.
I guess I could call her.
I have to say, one of the best things about Norwood is its location. It's just so central. You got the lateral and both the highways right here. Just about everywhere you go in the area is maybe 25 minutes away.
You're absolutely right. It is very convenient. I think.
If I had a business, I'd put it right here.
Well, start one.
I think I will. And next year, I'll be here advertising it.
There you go. We'll let you do that.
This is Stone Bowling Lanes. I used to live right down the street.
I was wondering
I love it.
what that was.
I love this. They're bowling pins. Oh, and a bowling ball.
And a bowling ball.
I wonder if there's any pin
Oh,
monkeys.
no,
Are there
here
pin
he
monkeys
is.
out there? Oh! It's a strike! Yay! Stone Lanes now has 28 new synthetic. What is this? Bumper bowling. Is that Cannon bumper bowling? I haven't tried that. Try bowling on Friday and Saturday evenings under the black lights of our Hyper Bowl. This sounds like so much fun. Enroll in our Bowlers Rewards program, where you can earn points on each visit. Registration is simple and easy. Call the center at 396-7003 for information regarding their awards program and fall leagues that are now forming. Don't be left out. They look like they are having a blast. Oh, here they go again. He's going to bowl again.
That is too cute.
And try and wash them over that. We are
Here he goes.
Miss the parade. I hope there'll be a parade.
Oh!
Good. The pins won this time. I don't know. When I bowl, it seems like the pins always win.
They need one to just wobble and wobble and wobble and then just not fall.
Very cute.
Here goes again.
Split.
That is fun.
Very cute.
And the best thing about this is you can wear the outfit again.
Absolutely.
Because they'll all have to go trick-or-treating together.
Too cute.
Again, their number is 396-7000. And who wouldn't want to join a league after witnessing that?
That's just cute. And it looks like they have maybe a baseball team that they've sponsored. Stones Lanes.
And this must be Firehouse Tavern coming up behind them.
Firehouse Tavern used to be the old Engine House Inn. It's actually the site of an old firehouse, one of the first firehouses in Norwood when they had horses.
The place when they had fires.
And now it's renamed the Firehouse Tavern. They have happy hour specials Monday through Friday.
Oh, look, they're playing cornhole.
Cornhole tournaments,
By the way, have you
euchre
seen Cornhole the movie?
tournaments, Thursday night cookouts, jukebox play. They have live music on Saturdays. Actually, a friend of mine's band played down there.
There's a baby in the bar.
Come and see your favorite bartenders, Amber, Callie, and Danny. Next is Jon Williams for juvenile court judge.
I like your optimism.
Jon was appointed a Hamilton County prosecutor in 1993 by Joe Dieters, and his first post was in the juvenile court division. And 10 years as a prosecutor, he got a lot of trial experience in each of the criminal courts. Prosecuted thousands of cases, violent offenders. He was chosen to supervise fellow attorneys when the juvenile and municipal divisions were eventually named chief prosecutor of the grand jury division. Since 1999, he's gained valuable experience as a magistrate in mayor's courts throughout Hamilton County, providing over thousands of traffic and misdemeanor and criminal cases And in 2004, he was named director of the Hamilton County Board of Elections. He supervised 19 elections, including 2 of the largest presidential elections.
Wow. And he's so happy to do all that. He's got so much energy.
Silver sponsors: Fast Signs, located at 3272 Highland Avenue, produces state-of-the-art computer sign making to create high-impact, cost-effective signage solutions. And Negley Club and Islandorf Funeral Home, located at 3900 Montgomery Road, specializing in traditional and alternative services, cremation, and DNA profiling.
And we just got a look at the Float by Freedom Memorial Baptist Church, celebrating the religious freedom we enjoy in cities like Norwood, the shining star all across America. That was the one that looked like a big boat. It advertises their upcoming vacation Bible school theme, Sequest, while singing some very well-known hymns of the faith to demonstrate an example of these freedoms the city of Norwood sets for others to follow.
And we have Steve Black running for Hamilton County Domestic Relations Court. Steve has 35 years experience as a trial lawyer. See his campaign website, www.steveblackforjudge.com.
And this must be Liberty Tax Service. I don't know why I know that, but something tells me I saw a sign.
You are so observant.
Thank you. Liberty Tax Service makes doing your taxes fun. As you can see, you've seen our Lady Liberty waivers in your neighborhood, and this one's, excuse me, Donna, take it away.
The ones
when I talk about taxes.
They have free crowns for kids. Please come by for a free consultation at 4627 Montgomery Road. They're open 6 days a week, all year long. They're at 924-1040. During tax season, they were standing on the corners with in their Statue of Liberty outfits. Next is William Brayshaw, our county engineer. Bill's responsible for mapping out and maintaining all those county roads.
Oh, not on the jet. It's all sticky.
It's a real gentleman's gentleman. Bill Brayshaw, he's a professional engineer. Welcome, Bill.
I hope he's a gentleman, otherwise he's going to complain that I coughed all the way through his intro.
He's a very nice man. Next we have Megan Shanahan. Megan is running for Common Pleas Court. Thought perhaps she had been in with the others, but I think she has her own little float here. We also have Little Country Missionary Baptist Church. Join them any Sunday or Wednesday. Their doors are always open, and their people are friendly and welcoming. Their Sunday services are at 10 and 6, and Wednesdays are at 7. They say, worried about the economy or your health or job possibilities? Jesus is a real and present help in times of trouble today as always. Come and join them. And then again, Shanahan for judge, the Republican-endorsed candidate for Court of Common Pleas. And remember Shanahan for judge.
And she brought a lot of folks out with her tonight, didn't she?
She sure did. Tri-State Nutrition. Tri-State's delicious and nutritious smoothies combine the benefits of personalized nutrition with convenience. Stop by at 4600A Smith Road for a delicious shake. Tri-State Nutrition.
And here's Pat Fisher for Court of Appeals judge. With bubbles. That's what makes kids happy. Bubbles. That was like the 4th word my son ever said. Bubbles. And the, looks like, is this the Norwood Republican Club? I knew that because they keep veering off to the right as they walk down the road.
It's Renee Agramonte and her sister.
They're a civic-minded club whose vision is driving positive change in Norwood. The club holds its meetings the 4th Monday of the month at the community center beginning at 7:30. The club is open to anyone who may be interested in attending.
That's Todd Tittle, president, driving the truck. Oh, bless you. They're bringing us candy. Oh,
they only brought you candy.
There you go.
Thank good you
I'll share.
Yes, you share.
Next is Rewind 94.9.
She should be going backwards, right?
They play your favorite feel-good music from the 80s and more, driving their 2010 smart car.
Very, very cute.
Looks like we have a representative from Keep Judge Nadine Allen. She's seeking election to the Hamilton County Court of Common Pleas. Judge Allen has served as a judge for the past 23 years and was appointed to the County Court of Common Pleas in November. The voters can keep Judge Allen in the Court of Common Pleas in November.
And here in the foreground, you see the Right Pack Credit Union Incorporated van. They're located, well, right here in the center here at 4560 Lafayette Avenue. Save better, borrow smarter. There is room for more members, so stop by and get more information.
And we are at this point of the parade where the Syrian Temple Shriners take over the parade, but I think we're going to go out to the street with Tracy Tomer. I think Tracy has a presentation. There's Tracy and Mary Coon. Mary Coon's husband has been so active in Shriners as well.
And our parade just wouldn't be the Norwood Parade without the Shriners.
No, it wouldn't. They do amazing work. Down in downtown Cincinnati, we have the Shriners Burns Hospital, and there are literally people that come from all over the world to be treated there, and it's at no cost. They do fundraising all year long.
I believe there are circuses every March. Great place to take the kids.
A real commitment to community service.
And they have a lot of fun.
They do have a lot of fun.
Oh, yes.
Beware of the man with the sword. It says Almena Shriners from Nashville, Tennessee.
Wow.
They have an orthopedic hospital, I think, in Nashville.
I wonder how they determine who gets to walk and who gets to ride.
Years of service, my guess.
They have their roadsters, their antique caravan. This is, of course, the Oriental band. So much fun to watch.
These little goat jalopies are always so cute.
And what great gas mileage they get in these.
Perfect for a hot, humid night in Cincinnati. I just got back from Seattle. It was 83 degrees in Seattle, and they were complaining about they were scorching. It was a heat wave, and I laughed and said, 83 in Cincinnati is a cold front. Just in case, they have their own little tow truck. I remember these are the Arajas, perhaps.
I wonder how many tires they go through.
Looks like, are these new cars? I don't remember these last year.
I think they had these. Certainly takes a lot of practice. Not something you would put together at the last minute.
course, I can't really cruise for chicks in this.
No place to put them.
Ah, here's the Corvettes.
I think they're having more fun than we are.
Looks like they're getting ready for something.
Now they need little mini police cars coming up behind them. Yes, watch the fez. Gotta be careful of the fez.
Looks like they have little microphones on so they can communicate with each other. If only they were a little bigger. Did you ever drive a Corvette or ride in a Corvette convertible?
Sadly, no.
Nor I.
You?
Nope, I sure did not. I wish. Look like little Indy cars.
Oh, Davey.
Show you how much I know about racing. When my children were in Norwood Middle School, we went up to Indianapolis to watch the time trials, and I was surprised.
I love this. Sorry.
I was surprised that they were these kind of cars. I thought they were like regular cars. But we did a lot of fun things with the kids. It was a 2.5-mile track, and we did a stopwatch and timed them, and the kids were trying to figure out how fast the cars were going, and it was a little complicated math, and they finally decided they were going really fast.
Oh, here's some of the Shriners Clowns.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh. Uh-oh. Somebody's gonna get it. Another one of the clowns on those.
Are those
play
hydraulics
bicycles.
on that bicycle?
He's bouncing up and down.
It's hydraulics.
Oh my goodness.
This child will be in therapy for a long time.
It's just so nice to see all the families out here.
It is. It really is.
What a beautiful night. Here's our Firehouse Clowns. It's the Syrian Parade Marshal.
Uh-huh. That's Jim Corbett. This is a very groovy clown. Oh my goodness! You can hear folks enjoying one of the skits.
What great fun.
Great entertainment as always.
Looks like we are nearing the end of our parade, and as we began with the Norwood Police Department, we'll end up with the Norwood Police Department. Making sure that the Cincinnati Clown unit is safe, bringing up the end of the parade.
I think they got somebody in back.
And thank you once again to the Shriners. It's always lovely to have them in the parade. The Norwood Chamber not only sponsors the parade, but they give out awards. And we do have the announcements for the awards as the Norwood Police Department goes by.
Fine, how are you doing?
For our second place float, winners of $250, we have the Cameron Avenue Church of God.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah.
For the best float in the parade, and a winner of $500, is Cornerstone Christian Academy.
First place for musical performance entry goes to Emerald Society of Cincinnati Pipes and Drums.
Congratulations. Let's start up here. Okay. The Mayor Aaron McNeil Trophy for the Civic Church and Nonprofit goes to the Norwood Little Indians Football League. Congratulations.
The President's Trophy for a business that has over 100 employees, United Dairy Farmers.
Wonderful. And this trophy has been renamed the Rick Detmer Trophy for businesses of less than 100 employees. Rick Detmer was our Community Development Director for a number of years. He retired earlier this year and passed away. He was a wonderful Community Development Director who remade Norwood from being the General Motors blue-collar town into the office complexes and business center that we are now. And so the Chamber honored his memory by naming the trophy for businesses less than 100 employees as the Rick Detmer Trophy. And the winner of the first Rick Detmer Trophy goes to Stone Bowling Lanes.
They had that wonderful skit with all the human bowling pins.
He would have laughed at that.
He would have. And our final award is the Judge's Choice Trophy Award. This is first place overall. And this award goes to
drum roll, please.
The Star Strutters.
All right. Congratulations.
And it is a sport.
It is a sport. Bill, if you're listening or watching, it is a sport. Thank you all for joining us. It was a marvelous night. So glad to have you back again, Amanda. I hope you'll come back again next year.
Thank you. So do I, Donna. I really love working with you. And we want to thank our judges as well. Becky Cotty, Jeff Jones, Debbie Peter, and Denny Peter.
Thank you all. And we'd like to thank Norwood Community Television for coming out here tonight, bringing out all their equipment. It takes a lot of folks to put this on. It just seems to flow easily, but there are a lot of folks involved in this, and we'd like to say thank you to them, from the people in the truck to the people on the street, people manning the cameras to the people who set it up. So thank you. And the director.
Thank you, Tyler.
Thanks, Tyler. And thanks to the folks who set up our reviewing stand tonight, Public Works. They'll be taking it down probably in the next half hour, so we probably need to sign off.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here, folks.
That's right. Thanks so much for joining us. Hope you'll come to Norwood Day at Coney tomorrow. In the meantime, thanks so much for joining us for the 118th Norwood Day Parade. Good night, everyone.
Bye.